Welcome back to Booze and Bees.
And we're the hosts, hosting away. Your
Yep.
favorite line.
You did it last time too. I didn't say anything.
Neat.
But what am I to say if I don't have anything to replace it?
It's true. What are you going to do?
Right. Cheers to that.
Cheers. With the tea.
Yeah, I used to be a coffee person, and my mom trained me that way. I just used to wake up to the smell of coffee every morning because of her. So I used to think I need coffee every morning to wake up. Now I can't really drink it and enjoy it. But I stopped drinking coffee because the caffeine was just affecting my heart rate too much.
Yeah.
Just like all of a sudden, as soon as I took a tea break, I stopped drinking coffee. It was weird timing to do all that to myself. But
Yeah. I mean, it's good for your health, right? You don't need to have all that stuff in you all the time.
isn't a little caffeine good for you or no? It's not good for you at all.
No, your body kind of adapts to it. So caffeine's good in certain doses and with breaks. It's like your body builds kind of an immunity to it, and then you get a negative tolerance. And then also, if you have it first thing upon waking up in the morning, it actually disrupts your entire sleep pattern. What you're supposed to do is get up in the morning, wake up, and then have coffee if you want extended energy for longer hours. But what it does is it basically, as you're waking up, there's a certain chemical in your brain, and what caffeine does is it just sort of halts it. And so you want that wake up chemical to peak and then stay peaked and then go down later. And that's why people say they have the crash, because what it does is I'm still waking up, and then the caffeine hits it up, and then it drops back down to where it was before. But if you had it when you were already awake, then you just go back to where you were awake. It kind of settles out.
See, but chai is like half the amount of caffeine in a cup of coffee. So I think I've been fine with this. Plus, I don't do it as soon as I wake up. I don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you normally wake up a little bit first, and that gets your system all set and ready for it if you were going to have any.
But I was like, all right, I'm going to get my tea in my morning bowl. But my morning bowl is a roach bowl. If you know, the struggle. I've got a little bit of jazz cabbage left, and it's my own jazz cabbage that I have not made a single video with. So I was like, I'm going to save this till I can make a video with it. So I guess I got to make a video with it today. That's all I got left to smoke. Because my rig stopped working on me. I got to try it again today. I'm going to message them if it's just not working. Yeah, it's so weird. I've only had it for like a month. But I've had issues with those stinking e-rigs, man. Like I had the Carta for a year, and then
the Carta is like supposed to be the top tier too.
Like right under Puffco.
Yeah.
Puffco is like just the first, but top. It is, yeah.
It's not like some random brand with just strange letters in the name.
No, they've still been doing good. Yeah, the Focus V people, they're like, I think they're right under Puffco as far as like big brands and stuff. So I was very shocked when it was like 1 year and then it totally I couldn't use it anymore.
The one thing I think that they need to do within the market is kind of see where the issue lies. And what I think it is the chamber, like the electric chamber gets clogged with all the gunk and crap, and there's not much you can do to clean it.
But that's also another thing, like they need to teach us how to use and clean these things properly. Like I'm just supposed to know and be like an engineer and know about the electrical stuff, and
what I'm thinking is what they actually need to do is just make things easy to replace. Just make the whole from here to end a replaceable little cartridge thing.
It's going to be crazy to see the evolutions of the pieces because we're the beginning stage.
Because imagine you spend $200 on a thing,
the beginning,
and then it breaks, after 6 months, and there's nothing you can do to fix it. And to clean it is near impossible, if not impossible. Because imagine you need a certain amount of chemicals in there to clean it, and you can't get to that area anyway to clean it because it's a small channel. Well, you should just have everything that's in contact with any of the vapor or gunk and crap in there needs to just be a swap out, and you just send it with 6 different swappable things, and you say replace these once a month, and it's a once a month thing, like an air filter in your house. Yeah, it should just be like an air filter. You just pop it out, pop it in, and people will be like, "Oh, no one wants to spend $15 every once in a while." I'm like, no one wants to spend $200 a year buying these big things that break. You would rather spend $15 a month, and $15 a month still ends up to almost $200. But at the same time, you have a better feeling about it. Like to spend $15.
It was actually $350 for that piece.
I was making an example.
Just saying.
Yeah, but just to say, people feel a lot less bad about a small filter than they would replacing an entire thing.
But I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I can't wait till they can invent better stuff for getting jazzy. Like how we have to clean our jazz instruments and stuff. It's just got to be a better way. I don't have the brain to think of it though. I gotta let the brain people do that.
Yeah,
I'll just get jazzy.
You also got to think of just how difficult it is in the market, because the market's growing huge, but we can attest that like 1% of the people in the entire marketplace are making any money at all. And if one guy's making a ton of money and they own 1 million acres and that's the only guy making money, and even the president who works underneath him makes like maybe 100, 200K take home, and he makes 200 million, it's like, well, that guy's not inventing anything. He doesn't care. And like nobody else has any incentive to do better. You know, and that's the problem with the industry right now. It's just, you can't market it because it's a, substance you're not allowed to market very easily. And they don't have the budget to spend on anything. And the guys who do have the budget do not care because they get way huge cut of it and nobody else is getting any of it. So
yeah,
that's what it seems to be. Now, if anyone out there is like, no, man, we have budget, well, then prove me wrong. But good luck.
Yeah, I just learned this morning a better way to clean my bowl, because like I use a Q-tip, but this girl, she would put a wipe on the Q-tip and then literally just like circle it in there and pull it out and all the gunk would come out. And I'm like, I use like 3 or 4 Q-tips every time. And I'm like,
Q-tips are lame because they kind of like unravel themselves, so cloth is a little sturdier.
But my friend Jenna sent me these like, I guess, really thick, sturdy Q-tips that I'm gonna try. She's like, these are the best. So,
and that's so funny though, just like the auxiliary things people make for the it's like, right? I'm just gonna make a Q-tip that's super strong. I'm like, you just use like a metal stick pokey thing.
Oh, but then it scratches up in the glass and stuff.
Glass doesn't scratch to metal.
Oh,
metal's too soft. Glass is one of the hardest materials on the planet. It's brittle, but it's hard. So hard things don't scratch. So if you think about it like this, like a diamond is really hard. That's why diamonds don't scratch, because anything that tries to scratch a diamond will actually get scratched by the diamond. So glass is really hard. So the metal will try to scratch the glass. The glass will actually scratch the metal. Now, there's still some things where a diamond can get scratched by things that aren't diamond. It just takes a lot of effort. So to worry about you scratching up your bowls, not a big concern.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, I was like, oh, then we could use like one of those little, like, I don't know if they're metal, but the spiky brushes, like people use to clean things. But then it's like, those are still have to be disposable, because like you can't just like wash that gunk off.
No, I think
it's sticky.
Just using like a metal stick and just go.
Yeah, but then you still would have to dispose it. Like a disposable metal stick.
Yeah, metal sticks are normally pretty cheap. Metal's a pretty cheap thing.
What a weird conversation. Do y'all like this? Are you enjoying it?
I think they are.
I hope so.
They're watching, so they have to.
Y'all, update on the pickleballs. Comes out the other end green, too. Oh, my God.
Brutal.
I was like, what did I eat that was green? And I was like, oh, Jesus. One little, don't ever. I mean, you do you if you want to, but I suggest not to try that.
You still gotta tag that company, and they'll be like,
"I'm downloading the clips
from
the last episode."
Like, these aren't made to be eaten. They're supposed to be put in drinks for margaritas.
If they say that, then they are the worst people for packaging, because it says nowhere on the packaging.
It should be like directions.
It should be pretty clear if it's for drinks.
They have these little salt licks in Mexico, though. So when I was a kid, I used to go to Mexico all the time. Still like going to Mexico if I could, but we'd go all the time, and all the kids would have these little salt rock, basically, things, and you're supposed to, like, lick them. And I think that's what you're supposed to do with those things, is, like, lick them. And they last, like, all day. And we just sort of bit into them and, like, chewed them up.
But that still doesn't make sense, though. So your fingers are just bright green. You have to hold this pickleball all day and lick it.
Babe, they don't care in Mexico. They just don't care.
About good flavor?
About being green.
No shame in being green. I'm not a
green shamer.
Racist.
All the frogs out there are like, thank goodness.
All the frogs watching?
Yeah.
Comment ribbit if you're a frog watching.
If you're a frog, if you're a lizard people, Comment. Then all the lizards are offended that we said.
Did we tell them about the lizard in our house?
There was a cute little lizard that she was terrified of.
Played dead. He was playing dead to me
because he was afraid of the giant, who then ran upstairs and didn't come back downstairs until I got home from work.
And of course, the lizard wasn't on the stairs anymore.
Yeah, because it was playing dead to avoid the giant thing. And it was like, dude, hook it up. Help me out. Let me get outside. These lizards don't even have teeth. Like, they're just sort of, they wander around and eat bugs. Like, so funny. It's like, that thing's the homie. They just climb up the wall and eat all those bugs that you hate.
It's not about them having teeth.
What are they going to do?
Touch me.
Oh, and then what happens?
Then my soul leaves my body.
That's a lot. That's so much that happens.
I'm just picturing a little lizard, like his little hand is like, and it touches me.
No.
We both bled.
Have you ever heard the story of the snail? Like, you have $100 million, but a snail is going to chase you for the rest of your life, and you always know where it is. Or, sorry, it always knows where you are, but it travels at the speed of a snail. And the snail can't die. It can't, like, get stuck and get salted. So the immortal snail just chases you around for your whole life. And it's like, would you do that trade?
Well, duh. Why not?
So like $100 million, you like fly to France and you have escargot on the butt.
But he's just...
like, he always knows where you are.
Wait, did you just make this up just now, or this is an actual thing?
This is an actual, like, would you rather do this?
Why would I not? So. Why would I care if a snail's chasing me?
Because if it touches you, you die instantly. I may not have said that
part. Oh, yeah, you didn't say that part.
Yeah. all it has to do is touch you and you die.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
But it's really slow. It's not like a magic super fast.
You're sleeping. Though. You can't sleep?
If you sleep, you have to hope that it's not
too
near
far.
Your house. Yeah. So you can't like live in one spot for a long time because it'll just slowly get to you. It'll like hop on planes and just slowly get there.
Oh, he takes planes and
whatever.
cars.
I don't know. This is an immortal snail. We don't know what it's capable of.
I don't know if I die instantly if he touches me.
Instant death. You don't get sick.
How big is he?
I don't know, snail size.
Like, if he's micro snail, I'll never be able to see him. What if I accidentally step on him?
Well, then you die.
Then I die. So
that's the problem.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Would you?
But for $100 million, you just like fly around forever. But like, what if you flew and it was like in France and you flew to France and now you're doomed?
Right.
You never know where it's at. Maybe
right.
It's really
He's
tricky.
still leaving France from the first France trip you were at, but then he got back a year later and he's like, oh, thank God.
Who knows? Then you have to think about it every day.
Exactly. You're terrified every day. It's almost like you have a like you could almost just say like you have a bounty hunter after you. It's just a snail.
A really small snail and really slow.
Wait, would you do it?
I don't know.
You can't say I don't know. That's such a lame answer.
I think like if you had the option of that, or the other option was like you have to work every single day and it sucks and you can get into like an accident at work, and then you're like, well, that's like, basically just like the same thing, right?
That's different. Like, that's a one or the other. I thought I was just living my life and I could do what I want.
Yeah, you live in your life, but what if your life stinks? You're like, I'm going to live until I'm 85 and do nothing and then have tons of debt and have worked forever and done nothing. You're like, I may as well risk the snail and maybe still get 20 years out of it.
So you're saying if we don't make thousands of dollars, you're going to be an unhappy old person?
If we're slaves to a system and we're doomed forever, maybe that'd be horrible.
I'm glad to know you're enjoying your time right now in life. We go back to this sometimes. In conversations, I'll be like, I forgot what you said last time. You said something about kind of like this.
No, she just always gets in her head and wants to like feel bad about stuff. I'm not feeling bad about anything. But she overthinks a lot, so it's okay. I love you anyway.
Thanks. Yeah. I don't think I would do it if I could just keep living my life now. If it was one or the other and it was like, you're miserable or you're rich. Because you're making it seem like, oh, I have to like slave every day to somebody.
Well, some people do. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's the question, because it's not really a question of if you're afraid of snails. It's a question of, do you believe your life is going to be more miserable than the snail? And you'll have some people, if you're like a millionaire and hanging out, you'd be like, no, I don't want money for a snail that could kill me. I'd rather just chill. And then you're going to get some people who are like, they worked a minimum wage job forever. They're in and out of the prison system. And they're like, this is horrible. My life is awful. I'm going to get...
Such two totally different people. I mean, everybody's
point.
totally different.
That's literally the point. Yeah, literally.
Okay, but I'm not rich and I would choose my life. So
cool.
That's my answer.
I like it. Me too.
You can't just take my answer.
Well, then what? I have to say the other one. You can't take my answer, so I guess you have to do the snail.
You just say me too. No explanation, nothing. You were just on a whole thing saying how you would be unhappy if you didn't do the snail.
No, see, you keep trying to make it about me when it's not about me. Remember, I told you.
You were talking. I asked you, and you told me your opinion.
No, I had to tell you, like, there's different choices people make because that's.
This is what happens. This is what they do.
They? I'm speaking about me like a person.
Don't speak about you like a person?
Like, this is what they do. I'm not going to say, like, this is what the thems.
Oh, so you can categorize all women in one category.
I don't categorize anyone. I didn't say women at all, or men.
I didn't say right now. I did not say it right this second.
This is crazy.
I'm sweating. He's giving me... Oof.
I don't know. She's just going to be mad at me. I don't know why.
I'm not even mad at you, first of all. So let's make that clear. I'm not overthinking. I'm not anxious. I am being totally fair in saying I asked you what you would do about the snail.
Yeah,
and
but
your reply was about people saying like they would be miserable and stuff. So
yeah,
of course,
I said people, other people.
Why would I? But then why talk about other people if I asked about you? Why are you talking about other people?
So that we could explain it to the audience.
I don't care about other people.
See, no, the audience is sad that you don't care about them. You said you don't care about them.
And when I asked the question, I wasn't asking about people in general.
I care about you.
Mr. Who doesn't do that. I don't generalize people, but I just did when I got asked a question.
Audience, I care about you.
Watch tape back. Roll it back.
Well, who edits it? I'll see it.
He edits the whole part out. Oof.
No, you had to understand what the difference is for the snail and other stuff. You had to understand why people would choose the snail and not. And so I had to use other people as an example. So you could see from other people's
But next time when I ask for your answer, tell me your answer first. Or be like, this is the answer for other people, but you just answered. So thought that was your answer.
No.
No, I'm just to be confusing. And say women are confusing. I hope you watch this back and see how silly this is.
All 4 comments are going to be like, yo, homie's on it. He gets
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
I hope y'all comment, please.
All 4 comments.
Please comment.
If someone's going to comment, I'm number 4. Not even going to get 4.
You can't say that.
We're going to get 3,000. And number 4, you'll get a prize. I won't let you know what it is yet.
You're going to really tell people that?
If there was 3,000 comments and you were number 4 and you said, I'm number 4 on number 4, you get a prize. And I won't let you know what it is, but it'll be one. But you had to be the 4th commenter to say, I'm number 4.
Okay. I'm done with this conversation now.
Okay. Well, good episode.
Good vibes.
Good fun. Enjoy.
See y'all next time.
Later.
Love you.